Hello all, Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive. Welcome to Demystify the Divine, readings and tools to connect. Hoping everyone's doing well. I just gave Keone the biggest scare of his life. We haven't even exchanged words. I literally just came on at 8 o'clock and he didn't even say anything to me. He just clicked the button and started the intro. So hi, Keone.
No. I angrily clicked the button. Angrily clicked the button.
Why were you so angry? You know I'm a Yeti. I'm a Virgo.
Because every time you do that, I start dialing Stacy on my phone. I always call my friend Stacy by accident. And when I realize that I hang up and she just texts me, you're going to stop calling me and hanging up on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock.
Well, I'm sorry. You can throw me under the bus with that because it's totally my fault.
All right.
So
I almost thought you forgot because, we get into the habit of doing a show on Wednesday and we know we do it every other Wednesday. And I'm like, is she thinking because she did a show last week, but that wasn't Demystify. Where is she?
Yeah, no. It's just me. I take clients. Wednesday is my late night. Well, I have 2 late nights, but Wednesday is one of my late nights. So I take clients I give myself 15 minutes, but I never take that because I always end up going over, by 5 minutes. And then I have to pee and then I've got to feed the boys. And then there's always some such thing or other that I got to deal with. And so I'm just scooting in. It's like getting right into home base just in the nick of time. That's what it is.
What? You talk longer than you need to? No.
I know you're totally shocked by that.
Can I ask you a question? And I don't mean to expose you to everyone, but how is a psychic bad with time?
I know, psychic with a bad sense of timing, right? I totally feel you. I ask the same question myself. Part of it is boundaries.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't tell you how many times I get on a phone with a client and 5 minutes before we're wrapping up, the tears start. And I have compassion. Leave somebody in that state. So you figure it out, and thank God I got Marianne because I can text her and say, can you let my next client know I'm going to be 5 minutes or 10 minutes late, and I don't have to tell her why, but I'm with a client. That's just, to me, that's just bad. It's bad. It's just bad.
It is. You know what that reminds me of that happens in our everyday life? When you're on the phone with someone and a call comes in that's important that you need to take, and you say, hey, I got to take this call. I'll talk to you later. And they go, okay. Hey, one more question.
You know what? I'm actually guilty of that. So I have to rein myself in because I get so focused in my head on, okay, I got this, and I just need to wrap this up because if I have to make another call with you, I got to schedule and it's going to get crazy and whatever. So just one more quick thing. Just give me a yes. Just give me a yes or give me a no. Yeah, I know. I'm bad with that. So guilty is charged. Maybe that's why I'm so bad with boundaries. Anyway, very glad to be seeing everyone joining tonight. I hope everyone's doing well. Sorry that my background is so dark. As you just heard, I've been running around like a chicken and I didn't have time to turn on all my lights because it's been a beautiful day outside today. I've been sitting out on my back patio with all of my client sessions. So, and because it's my late night, I basically I'm out there. When I'm there for 7 hours. I don't move because I'm just back to back client. So when I come in, I'm oh shit, it's dark. I got to do something about this. Anyway, let's tap into the energies of our now and see what our guides want us to know. I feel we got 2 cards that just flew out. I feel is that our little card pulling time?
That little feel good music.
Go for it if you want to play it.
All right.
So I feel this particular wave of energy that we're in, we're getting ready to kind of come into an eclipse. And whenever we're preparing for an eclipse, things kind of go a little bit haywire. Our emotions kind of get a little bit weird and wonky. Eclipses are about releasing. And I just did a sort of an impromptu reading with my Black Feather community, my free Black Feather community earlier today, kind of a reading to prepare us for what's coming up for this solar eclipse. And what I really like to talk about is the solar eclipse is about what you're releasing in your external environment. You know, sun, the solar energy is divine masculine. So there's action involved. It's outward. It's not inward. It's outward. So this is coming up on the 14th of October, and we're already starting to feel the effects of it. We just came out of a full moon, and now we're kind of moving through our cycle and doing the usual cycles that we do, but we've also got this eclipse energy. So I feel like, let's just sort of see what the energies are like and how we can sort of mitigate that. So the two cards that flew out, I love this. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is amazing. And then we got the Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot is actually our card of the year because we are in a 7-year. 2023 numerologically breaks down into a 7. I'm going to talk about the Chariot first. So the Chariot is all about our transportation. We're getting ready to move from island A to island B. And the Chariot is the cab, the taxi cab or the Uber or the Lyft that is driving us across the suspension bridge between the two. Now, it's a bit rickety. It's not meant to be a luxury liner. It's not meant to be sort of like VIP limousine service where everything is, plush and cushy. This is sort of the don't get too comfy because this is not your destination. This is not where you're ending up. And so I feel like the energies of where we're at right now and where we're in, it's kind of like this energy. The Chariot is coming through to say, I'm going to give you a leg up. I'm going to give you a lift. It's going to be a lot better than walking it, holding all of your things and your stuff. But my cab is a little stinky. I might be a little bit stinky as the driver. There's tears and holes in the seats. There's a spring that's, sticking up my butt while I'm sitting back there. I'm getting a little motion sick because the driver's a bit herky-jerky. There are all of these things in this stuff. There's, the cab might be a little bit dirty. That's kind of the energy of what we're feeling right now is it's like, okay, I'm grateful to be kind of getting out of this. I'm excited about what is to come. Or if I'm not excited about it, I'm at least anticipating it because it's something new and different from what I've been in for a while. But man, oh man, this ride, I kind of want it to be over. And it serves a purpose because it allows us to not get too comfortable. And that's what I'm feeling is this energy right now. We don't need to get comfortable in this energy because we are trying to move forward. We are here to build a new world, and I know that sounds, super overwhelming and like, how the hell am I supposed to build a new world? What does that even look like? I can't even remember what I had for breakfast. But we are in that process. That's kind of the journey of where we're at right now. The Ace of Wands coming out is that pure potential. It's inspired action. And it's this inspired action that has caused you to, hire the Chariot to get you across the suspension bridge. And this is the passion. This is the fire. And look at all the beautiful flowers, like little hibiscus flowers. These are phoenix colors, and we've got a beautiful dragon that is wrapped around this gorgeous wand. Dragon energy, fire energy, earth energy, earth-based, earth elemental energy. So the inspirations that we have that we can actually, boots to the ground and get it moving, got some skin in the game. So there's hope with this card. It's kind of like the dragon is providing, my friend actually saw this yesterday and she said, it's wrapped around like a snake. So it gives you that impression of the wisdom of the snake. And I thought, oh shit, that's great. I didn't even see that. So I feel like there's wisdom, but it's not the wisdom of the snake. It's the wisdom of the dragon. The dragon says, I'm fire breathing, so I can transmute and alchemize whatever is in my path that I don't want to be. And that's what we're invited to do. And especially I was talking a little bit about releasing energy and stuff like that. How do we release energy? We transmute it. We alchemize it. So I feel like what you want to kind of consider at this time when you're listening to this guidance, you really want to consider the wisdom of release. sometimes we don't want to release things. We want to hang on to things for dear life because we are afraid of the change. We're afraid of the unknown. You know, the devil you know versus the devil you don't. The Chariot is not giving us an option. And I think this is interesting that it's coming through because basically we've got 2.5 months-ish before we're preparing for a new year. Our Chariot year is coming to a close. And where that's going to lead us is into the number 8. And the 8 in the tarot is strength, the strength card. And it's going to be a beautiful strength year. And you know, when we get there, we'll talk about all of that. But the Chariot is basically saying, I'm not giving you the option to get comfortable and to stay where you're staying. So choose, but choose wisely. You know, this is happening, and it can happen with you kicking and screaming, or it can happen with you embracing it and saying, okay, what part do I want to play in this change? Because I have that choice. So I feel that really kind of embodies where we're at right now. All right, Keone, let's do some readings tonight. Raghu, how are you?
Hi, Stacey. Hi, Keone. How are you?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Good.
Awesome. Would you like a card reading today, or would you like just, do you have a question that you want to ask?
No, I just want to know what is a message for me in these troubling times.
Okay.
How to release the energy.
How to release the energy. So I was just talking about the hibiscus flower. What I'm seeing for you is lilies. And what I think is interesting about lilies is there, as far as I know, and I'm not a flower expert, but I believe that there's some kind of lily that blooms at night. It blooms under the moon, under the moonlight. And I feel like a lot of the messaging for you right now around releasing the energy is about really releasing it at nighttime. So, you know, we're a very active culture during the day. We do everything under the, you know, the light of the sun. You guys know I'm a sun bunny. I always talk about the sun and you know, by the pool and all that kind of stuff. For you, Raghu, and we need the sunlight. You know, it gives us life. For you, Raghu, I feel like for the next few weeks, you want to be doing a lot of your release work at night, under the light of the moon or under the light of the stars. It feels less intense. When you're doing this work under the sunlight right now, I'm feeling like it's sort of exacerbating and kind of like burning you out. Because I know you do a lot of energy work. You do a lot of energy work on behalf of the collective. And I'm feeling like being so in the heat of that truth, the, you know, like being all into the energy of these challenging times. It's almost like you're the candle that's getting burned at both ends. So your guides are saying do more night work, night walks around the block, sitting on your back porch under the moonlight, and maybe doing some chanting or some meditation or whatever your routine is when you're tuning in to the collective and offering your heart energy to the collective. Nighttime is important and significant. I'm also seeing for you, I feel like you need a new crystal, like a crystal is calling to you. I see it being white and black. I'm not 100% clear what this is. It might be labeled as like a zebra crystal, but it feels more like a spiky or quartz crystal with little black flecks imbued within it. You may have to do a little bit of research online, but I'm seeing this little crystal with all of these little kind of like juts that are coming out. And this crystal wants to work with you under the moonlight to help you dispel the energy. And I keep seeing that it has many different sort of points. So when you're holding this crystal in your hand, obviously you're not going to hold it like this. You're going to hold it like this, or you're going to lay it in your lap. And what I feel is you set the intention, you put your focus and your energy into that crystal, and that crystal is going to diffuse the energy. It's going to let it go where it needs to go, but it's not going in like one column where, you know, it can get intensified. It's being dispersed. So you're not feeling burned out I don't know if that makes sense to you at all or not, but that's what I'm getting for you this week.
I feel burnt out. My dear wife bought a crystal recently.
Oh my God, is it black and white?
Yep.
That's crazy. Okay, well,
She just bought it 2 days ago. I feel I'm burning. I feel I'm burning out. I know I have a lot of energy. I know I need to disperse energy, but I have not been able to disperse energy for some time now. So because I don't have energy to burn energy, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. So sitting out under the moonlight and setting your intention and just being is going to really help. And holding that crystal or putting that crystal in front of you and putting all of your intention into that crystal. Let that crystal send it out. Let the crystal do the work.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to help
Thank
you. And walk at night is going to help you as well. And set the intention with every step. It's kind of like you're the dragon, right? With every step, out the bottoms of your feet, the heat dissipates. The heat goes into the earth. So it's not burning you. It's traveling through you. It's traveling through the body and out to your feet. That feels important too.
Okay. Thank you, Stacy.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Oh, and there's the hand. Hi.
Hi, Stacy.
Good call.
Thank you, Keone.
Thank you. You're welcome. I didn't do anything, but you're welcome. All right. Next up, I hope she's here. I don't see her camera on, but maybe we can hear her, is Janet.
Hey, Janet. How you doing?
Ah, there we go.
Yay. It looks like you're muted.
Yeah, I'm muted.
Now I can hear you. Did you get my email today?
I did. I listened to it, and I sent you a comment back. So thank you very much.
Great. No, well, thank you. I was really, really excited to be able to do that that little gratitude gift. So Janet signed up for my Tarot Intuitively, and she's one of the founding members of it. So I was really excited to be able to send that gratitude gift to you. So what would you like to know today? Should I pull another card for you today, or do you have a specific question you'd like me to tap into?
No, I don't have any questions. Everything's going pretty well. So
Awesome.
Card would be great.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what we got for you today. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. So I'm feeling for you this next 2-week window, you want to really be thinking about, like I want to say like a gratitude practice where you're thinking about all of your resources and understanding that all of your resources, like picturing how those resources can help those that are in your inner circle. I'm feeling that you're going to have 2 people. I'm hearing the word friends. 2 friends within the next couple of weeks are going to be meeting things. One feels a little heavier, a little darker, or a little like sad, what she's going to need from you. But the other one, it's kind of like, someone calling you up and saying, do you have a pierogi maker? Like, I don't know if that even exists, but and you're going to be like, as a matter of fact, I do. And, let me go up into the attic, or let me go into the cupboard, or let me remember what box that's in the garage. So I feel like you're going to be the Queen of Pentacles to a lot of individuals kind of around you and in your life. You provide the resource. You're the one that brings a lot of the, don't worry, be happy. Everything's okay. I got you. Whatever you need, I can provide. The friend that I feel is going to come to you and have something a little heavier, I feel like this is a problem that they've been, or an issue that they've been trying to work through, and they thought things were going in a particular direction, and they get news that shows that, oh my God, I'm right back to square one again. And they're very distraught. They're really distraught. And so what I'm seeing from you is, this is one of those times, and I feel like this is a person who's close enough to you that you're like, I'm going to drop whatever I'm doing. I'm canceling my plans. I'm coming over. Just sit tight. I'm on my way. Or stay on the phone with me. I'm getting in the car. we'll figure this out. So I do feel that you're going to be called upon. Your heart's going to be called upon. That compassion piece is going to be called upon for this friend. And I feel that this friend is so grateful because they literally just feel like I see them just kind of being like a lump in the chair. And after all you're doing really is talking to them. You're showing them love. You're listening. You're holding space. At the end of that period of time that you're with them, you can see a physical upliftment. You can see that they have a sense of where they're going, that they've been able to release some of that heaviness or that pain. So you're in service, but you've got what you need to do it. You're happy to do it. You're feeling really grounded. You're feeling really good. And Mother Earth's going to give you a gift as a result of that. And I feel like that's what's going to end up happening, is you're going to get all sorts of really fun signs after these things happen, where you're like, okay, you were there, you were listening, you saw it. Okay, thank you. I was grateful to be of service, and thank you for that. So I hope that makes some sense to you. I love this card. This is one of my absolute favorite cards in the tarot deck, is that Queen of Pentacles, because she really is that space where, come one, come all, you can get what you need. But I'm going to help you to put some structure and organization around it. It's not for free, and yet I don't charge for what I give, but I'm going to teach you. I'm going to empower you to get what you need, because I've got it all here. So don't worry. Come in and pick from my garden, and I'll teach you how to grow your own. That's kind of the energy.
Okay. Thank you.
You're so welcome. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you. You too.
See you later. All right, Keone, who is next? Oh, you're on mute.
Sorry, I was too busy banning spam profiles out of your live. So
Destroyer. Ooh.
I was a little distracted. Well, there is no one next, so we're going to go to the random wheel of Psycho Tarot Oracleism. All right.
Oh, Psycho Tarot Oracleism. Well, that's interesting. We got to work on that title there.
All right. So let's see who we got here. It's gonna pop up. Not a lot of names today, but that's okay. We're gonna go with what we got, and we've got Try. Try has popped up. And Try usually asks for a reading, so let's give him a reading.
All right. Oh, Tarot Destroyer is really.
I banned her, but she's still getting through.
It's all right. She's persistent. She's persistent. All right, Try. So I just pulled a card for you, but I know you're wanting a reading. Just sort of tapping into the next couple of weeks for you. I feel like you're kind of we were talking about release. I feel like you're releasing or processing through some sadness. I feel like you've got a disappointment. You've had a disappointment fairly recently. And it feels kind of like, I'm just going to use this as the analogy, but it's like you worked really hard for this promotion. You were in the running, you put your heart and soul into it. You've really done well. You've hit all the markers, and, you just got told they've gone another way, and you feel disheartened. I feel like this, what I keep hearing for you is let the sadness kind of go through you. Don't hang on to the sadness. You got gypped. I'm hearing that like really clearly. You were owed whatever this was, or whatever this disappointing news was. It should have gone another way, and yet it didn't. And what I keep hearing from your guides is hold on tight. There's something even better coming along. And I feel like whatever sort of this disappointment was that you experienced, you really didn't see it. You didn't see it coming. And you're feeling a little bit like your spidey senses are not working. Like, how did I miss the boat on that? Your guides are saying you didn't miss the boat on anything. Sometimes because of that free will factor, you can't guarantee that a person is going to follow a particular path. They may have every intention of doing that, it may look like that's the direction they're going. And then at the last minute, they make a different choice. And so I'm hearing very clearly, none of this is your fault. None of this is because you did anything wrong or you didn't do things right. I feel like this is one of those sort of crossroads that we hit at times where none of it makes sense. And we just kind of have to sit in it and look around and go, okay, I guess I'm going to just keep moving forward until something else shows up. And it's that something else that's going to show up. But I'm hearing that the universe kind of like needs a little bit of time to orchestrate it. So you're not going to feel, I feel like you're not going to feel sad for long. Like, feel what you feel, acknowledge what you're feeling, and then release it. Let it travel through the body. So don't hang on to it. Don't ruminate on it. Acknowledge it, say thank you for it, and release it. And the card that I pulled for you when you didn't ask me for a card, so sorry about that. It's 3 of Wands. And I feel like this is really significant because I feel like there's a new path that is being presented to you. So this is a card of expansion. Sorry, I can't speak. First day with my new tongue, apparently. This is definitely a card of expansion. And I'm feeling like that's what this whole thing is about, is don't worry, this particular opportunity to expand is shut down through no fault of your own, but there's another path that's coming. There's another path that's opening up. And I love these 2 sort of beams of light that are coming out of her sort of crystal ball. She's using that to focus her energy. And she's basically saying, I'm open to all potentials. I'm open to all potentials. And I feel like that's the real message for you. Be open to all potentials, because even though this particular path didn't work out, the other one is going to be even better than you could have imagined, and might even be something that you never even imagined was possible. And now here you are and you're looking at it. So I feel like that's really, really important and really significant. Also, I'm seeing this tiny little candle in the middle of all of this other stuff. I keep hearing like birthday. So I feel like there might be a birthday celebration that's coming up that's going to kind of cheer you up. It's going to give you someone else to focus on or something else to focus on, lighten your mood, get you into more of a festive spirit. And I feel that that's going to be really positive for you. So I don't know, I'm feeling birthday. So whatever, take that for whatever it's worth. And I'm sending you lots of love. Thank you so much for submitting your card pull. Really appreciate that. Nice to see you.
I'm still upset that you want to change the name of my wheel, but I'm going to pretend I didn't hear it.
Well, when you say psycho, I get a little concerned.
No, that was the joke.
Of course. All right, I got one more card pull. So let's see who we get. See, Jocelyn loves it. Well, good.
And Jane Bessie is
well,
the winner.
we just had her. She was just on. So let's she was just on. Who's Janet?
Oh, that's Janet? Oh, okay.
So let's spin again.
Who we got? We've got RC.
All right. Does RC have a specific question?
No specific request.
All right, RC, let's pull a card for you. See what's coming up for you in the next couple of weeks. Okay, so we're getting the 5 of Pentacles, and what I'm hearing is don't waste the worry. I feel like you've been in a little bit of a more, I want to say kind of a more anxious space recently, and it feels like it's over one thing, one issue, one item. It's not general anxiety, which quite honestly, if you had general anxiety as well, I wouldn't be surprised, because there's so much going on in the collective that we're all feeling it. But this feels like you've got anxiety over one particular issue. And what I keep hearing is the more you're worrying about it or you're anxious about it, the more attached you are to it, the more challenging it is for, I want to say, that creative flow to happen. There's something that wants to come to you, and it's almost like you don't even realize it, but you're getting in your own way in order to receive it. Now, I'm not saying you're doing it on purpose or intentionally. It feels more like there's an emotional block, and it's connected to a story that you've been telling yourself about this particular situation that you're not even aware is affecting you. But if you really think about the story and you kind of go, is that really true? Because what I'm saying is actually reinforcing something that I don't necessarily believe. Or maybe it's that part of me that's afraid that I'm not worthy and deserving to receive it. Everyone else gets it, but I don't. So it's shifting up the story a little bit, because when we look at this card, you look at, the two of them, they're taking shelter up against this tree, but they're facing their past. They're facing where they've already come. They're not facing where they could be going. And if they turned around, they would see the light, right? They would see that, they would get the clarity. They would see that there's a new portal to move forward to, that there's prosperity behind them. Here, there's just one. And she's kind of looking at it going, well, there's only one. How am I going to make this work? So it's about, I want to say, doing sort of a 360 view, 360 vision of where things are at, and releasing the anxiety. Now, as someone who suffers from anxiety, it is a challenge when people say, well, just don't feel anxious. How do you not feel anxious? You just feel anxious. Find tools for yourself. So it's empowering yourself, reminding yourself what is real. My feelings aren't real. They're neither true nor, my feelings are neither true nor false. They simply are. My feelings are real. They're real in the now, but they're not necessarily my truth. So when I release that, then I can say rationally and logically what actually is really going on in my environment right now. Because oftentimes we spin into the what if. Well, this happened back then. What if this happens again? What if I take the wrong path? What if? What if? What if? That's the champion motto of anxiety, is the what if. And 3/4 of the what ifs don't happen. And the 1/4 that do, often we've kind of brought some of that into being. And sometimes it crosses our path because it's a lesson for us to learn, for us to be able to overcome it. So I feel like for you, it's really doing that 360 look and saying, okay, everything's going to be all right. Everything is okay. I don't want to block that abundance or that creative flow or that solution to me. So what story am I unconsciously telling myself or subconsciously telling myself that I now can shift up through empowering my reality? What is real for me in this moment right now? So I hope that helps. I hope that makes some sense. I'm not trying to say that you're bringing your own anxiety. We all kind of do, but it's it feels toxic when someone says it's all your fault. I don't mean that. I'm not trying to imply that. This card follows me all the time because I have the anxiety as well. So I feel you with this. And, the struggle is real. And at the same time, when you can really get into that space of, okay, what is the reality for me right now? What is truth for me right now? Truth is not my feelings. I feel the thing, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's connected to the truth of my story, who I am, who I'm telling myself. So I hope that makes some sense. Sending you lots of love, lots of support, especially around that sort of that anxiety or that anxious energy. Hope it makes some sense. Sending you lots and lots of love. All right. I think that's it for our show tonight, Keone. So I'm just going to take a minute to let everyone know that my Tarot Intuitively Learn Tarot or Deepen Your Practice the Fun Way is now open for enrollment. This is a monthly membership. If you ever wanted to learn tarot and you've been like me, where you've done a number of different courses and tried to memorize it and you're just like, I give up, I can't do it, I suck at it, or I just don't get it, or I'm so overwhelmed, this is the membership for you. Learn tarot in a very fun way. We've got a great community. We've got a fun live 3 of Cups gathering that we do monthly where we talk tarot. We share a little bit of wine. If you're not a winette, don't worry about it. Bring your own beverage. The whole point is community, which is what the 3 of Cups card in tarot is all about. communing with one another, and ask me any questions you have about tarot. It's going to be a great time. We go through our monthly theme. We get a monthly archetype that we learn, a particular card that we go deep into and developing that relationship with that card. And then we have other readings that involve other cards, and lots of video work where you're learning all sorts of things about all sorts of stuff, and you learn how to read it intuitively, and you learn all the traditional stuff with it. I mean, there's just so much. So I'm really excited about it. I'm super passionate about it. I can't wait to share my passions with you. If you're interested in that, please check that out. Actually, Keone, I meant to mention this to you. I don't know if we still have the link, but you can access the link on my website to join my Black Feather community, and you go into the Tarot Intuitively, and we'd love to have you there. And my Black Feather community is completely free. All sorts of free, juicy goodness in there as well. So it's a win-win. Have the most amazing week, guys. Take care. We will see you next time. Ciao.